What's up, budget crew? Welcome back. Got another video for you guys. I'm gonna be working on the EK today. We got a lot of stuff to throw on. We got some new headlights, fuel pump, fuel filter, new fog lights, cold air intake. Well, I mean, this is a cold air intake. It does go all the way down to where the bumper's at. So, yeah, I guess so. And we got a new bumper here. So. Nice. Let me open this up, check it out, let it unfold itself a bit, and then we'll try to mock up the fog lights and see how everything's gonna fit. This is an aftermarket bumper, it's not OEM, so let's check it out. Alright, let's take this outside. Alright. Let's let this open up a bit, I guess. Just leave it like this. That should do. Let that chill out for a bit, and we'll come back. Alright, guys. First things first, while that bumper's unfolding itself, we're gonna swap out this fuel filter. I think I got this on eBay. Not bad. So, got some washers there. Fuel filter itself. Let's get it. Alright, guys. So we got a 14. I gotta use a 14 right here in the bottom. These double flared end wrenches work really good from Harbor Freight. So let's get in there. Put some rags down there because we are gonna get some fuel coming down from that line once we break it loose. Try and get a good angle like this. There we go. Okay, nice. Let that loose. You see the fuel squirt a little bit right there. So it was a little tight, but again, we did drive the car for a little bit, so maybe the heat of it kind of like helped break that loose, because I didn't spray any lubricant on it. But I mean, I've seen like comments and stuff of people having a hard time getting these bolts loose, or these nuts. Okay. Okay, so this one's out already. Just gotta finish the thread on the way. So I think I'm gonna break loose that top one now, since we got that bottom one, and the top one is a 17. See where the washer goes, because we're going to replace that. There's another little washer down here. Alright, so we got that top line out. Now we could finish removing that bottom one. Okay, so it's a 10 mil bolt here that we're gonna undo just on the side. Just so we can pull the actual filter out from this little bracket, and then unscrew the bottom because I can't get a good angle since the fuel filter not hanging, but it's like loose, and we can move it around a bit more to get this thing in there. I finished unbolting it. Oh, we could even hold it and then just twist the filter. Nice. Okay. Get that out of the way. Now I do see another. Oh no, I thought I saw like a gasket here, but nope, guess not. Okay, got the old filter, new filter. Looks the same. Okay. I was just trying to see where that little black one goes. We got a bigger washer and like a smaller one. We'll see. Unless I reuse the same washers that came with the other fuel filter, because we had two bigger ones. As you guys can see, the top bolt had that one and this one here. That's a thicker one that doesn't, the ones they provided us are not. So I'm guessing we're not replacing that one on the bolt, but we're replacing, the other one. So that's that. And then we have these two little ones that I don't know where they go to. Maybe this little bolt here. No, but this bolt is for the side bracket, so this doesn't. Yeah, so I mean, I'm not sure what these are for. If anyone has any idea, I don't know if they go in here at the bottom. The previous one didn't have it, and we didn't have any leaks, so I don't know. I'm gonna hold on to them though, just in case. And hopefully we don't need them, but yeah, so same thing. I'm gonna hold the nut, and then I'm gonna twist the filter on with my hand. Hand tight, and then I'll tighten it up a little bit more once I get the rest of it on there. So okay, I think this is supposed to go the other way though, because this was like that, so I'm assuming it has to be in between this. I might have to loosen this just a tiny bit. Okay, there we go. And now this thing. Alright, I hope you guys can kind of see. This is pretty easy. This just hooks on right here, goes around, and where it has that hole, that's where we tie in the bolt here, 10 mil. So you do gotta press it a little bit. Okay. Okay, so that's on there. There we go, you see? So let me clean this up real quick, actually. So we got the new washer here. Perfect. Falls right into place. And then we got this thing right here. I think it's supposed to go. There we go. And now we got the bolt. Got the ratchet. That bottom one, tying that up a bit. My fault, guys, you guys can't even see. But you'll see, I'll show you guys right now. You'll be able to see the thread going in all the way. Beneath it, yeah, you see? So I'm just gonna keep tightening that up until the thread's all gone. Okay guys, so got the top one all tightened up. Bottom one's all tightened up as well. So I'm gonna turn the key over, just prime the fuel pump, get the fuel going, and then see if we have any leaks. Probably even start the car too. Alright guys, right on. So far, no leaks, nothing leaking, nothing dripping. I just wanted to start the car and give it a not too many revs, but just a little gas to make sure we're getting the fuel and everything's, you know, running properly. So now That's it for the fuel filter. Gonna take out the back seats and swap out the fuel pump as well, and remove the bumper, you know, get everything ready for swapping out the headlights, the fog lights, all that. All right guys, so unfortunately I wasn't able to get the fuel pump to work with the current setup that I have, you know, with the original bracket that holds the fuel pump. This fuel pump is actually a bit taller, like about half an inch taller. So when I went to put this fuel pump into the assembly, it wasn't sliding back into place. These filters, I tried to use the smaller one and then this one, and they just weren't lining up at all. So I tried to use the OEM filter, and it did look like it was gonna line up, but like I said, this was just too tall, so it wasn't sliding into the bracket. So I just had to just convert back to the OEM fuel pump and all that. You guys didn't see, but in those clips, the fuel pump was like pretty much brand new. It didn't look like there was anything wrong with it. The filter wasn't, you know, gunked up or nothing. It looked clean. So I had that feeling, you know, when I was changing it out. I was like, man, I probably shouldn't even have to change this. But I was like, I already took out the seats. I did all this. I'm just going to see it through to the end. And, you know, learning experience. At least now we know that those aftermarket fuel pumps, at least that one doesn't fit. You know, you got to make sure you got the proper length and all that. So I went ahead and skipped that. And then I'm just going to continue on to remove the bumper and then install the fog lights and the headlights. So stay tuned. All right, I'm gonna remove the front bumper real quick. Most of it is low-key zip tied because this thing's fucked. This is zip tied up there, yeah. This thing's like already fucked. There we go. Alright. Now let's take out these tabs. Oops. That's down there. I don't want to lose these things. Come on, bro. These things are fucking. Put them right there. We just probably got a couple more zip ties down here. Oh, we actually got 2 bolts. Let me undo these real quick. Okay, so it looks like it was just 2 bolts. One there and one there. think we have a screw here. Alright, so check it out. Looks like our little intake snorkel box is a little banged up. Alright guys, not bad. I'm gonna start removing the parts of the intake so we can install that cold air intake. But let's just take a moment here just to look at the OEM setup and see how this works, you know, in comparison to the aftermarket one. Obviously with the aftermarket it was just going to be this straight cone filter here. Here this is broken off, so I don't know what type of like snorkel system this had in order to feed the air directly into the intake box, because this doesn't even, yeah, like this doesn't feed it into the intake box. This just goes up and it cools this little air box or air channel. We're actually getting our air from here. I don't know where this gets its air from. Down there. Oh, so it does, actually it does channel both ways. Alright, let's take this off and get a better look at it. Looks like we got 110 mil here for this box. So that doesn't completely loosen it, so we're just gonna chip away here. Start with the easy stuff. Snorkel system. This is why we couldn't get it off, because it's like wedged in like that. So it's a pretty interesting setup. As you can see, we had a lot of cracks here, so we weren't, I'm not sure if that had any impact on how much air we were getting, you know. But that's that. And now to secure these. Okay. Let's bring that coder intake over. All right, 5.5 millimeter for this clamp here. Okay, so that's loose. Now we can undo this sensor here. And then let me get some pliers so we can undo this clamp here. Or you know what? I can do it with my hand. Actually, no, I'm lying because this one just slides out. Yeah. Okay, so wiggle that out. And this slides right out. Just like that. And boom. We have our intake tube out, but we do need this sensor here. I'm not sure if it's gonna fit on the aftermarket intake tube, but we shall see. Oh, nice. It is gonna fit. It has its little port there. So I don't even think we have to use any type of clamp or anything. This will just go right in. Alright guys, check it out. So my phone had died, but I just went ahead and kind of got this situated because as you can see, the original intake tube has only two ports, one for the sensor, which I removed and put right here, and then the other one that's for the actual air that goes into the motor itself, the head. So we have an extra one here, so I think I'm just gonna end up like putting some like JB Weld putty on there just to seal that off. And then as for this right here, I used the hose that they provided, and I used the original clamps. So I got that hose, and I just got it hooked up straight to the other one right here, because the original setup was like a hose down there, and then that will hook up to here, and then this loops around, and then that will hook up to another hose over there. So I just completely just hooked it up together. Hopefully we don't have any issues. I don't think we should, but we'll see. So that's just how I got that out the way. This now could go in. We could clamp it up. But yeah, basically we'll clamp that up, run that hose from that first port all the way down here, plug in that sensor. Nice. Alright, so we got the intake tube in. Very nice. Got this little rubber trim piece that goes around this to protect your intake tube. So let me throw that on real quick. Alright, check it out. So I tried to get that rubber piece around here as best as I could, but you guys kind of get the idea. I mean, I didn't do a great job, but I mean, it's on there, so it's fine. Yeah, goes into there. I had bought this little filter cover on eBay as well, so this is on there nice. This trim piece here unfortunately did take a beating, so I am gonna order a new one. I tried to zip tie it out the way as best as I could, but it still got caught and it just tore it up, so I'm gonna order a new one. Let's check out the passenger one. I think I'm gonna get a kit, because I think I'm gonna get the kit. This one got a little banged up. It's like 40 bucks for both of them, so yeah, I got the bumper in the garage right now. It unfolded itself already, so it looks like it's ready to be thrown on. But before that, I'm gonna show you guys real quick, do some cutouts, and then install the fog lights. So yeah, I gotta hook up the harness for that as well. Should be easy. We got a lot of space now with that stock intake box out of the way. Alright, so we got the bumper here. You guys can clearly see it's ready to go. We got the no fog lights on this bumper, so we're gonna have to do the cutouts ourselves. Yeah, nice. So obviously we're gonna have to cut out this little vent piece or whatever. It already has like a start out, so we have to cut that, and then okay, so this is supposed to latch on to that. So I'm assuming you see that little line right there? That's where I'm gonna cut. So I'm gonna cut this up to here, and then see where that puts us. And yeah, so I'm gonna be using this Dremel tool that I got at Harbor Freight a while ago. Still works. So I'm gonna cut this out real quick, and I'll show you guys. I'll update you guys. Alright, check it out, guys. So still gotta do the passenger side, but I did do the driver side already. I cut it out and I installed the brackets, and I test fitted. I mocked up the fog lights so you can see that they fit in flush. So it was just a process of, like, you see how it fits good now. So it was just a process of, you know, trying to put it on and seeing how much I needed to trim out. But they do give us kind of like a little guide point just to start off on. Let me show you guys here on the passenger side. You see where the molding lines are. So for sure, we're going to want to cut right underneath this. So here, we're going to cut this off. We're going to go down, cut this all the way down to like about right here. And then once you cut that off, you can try and put the fog light in and see how much clearance you have, and then trim as needed. But you'll know right away once it once it goes in flush. Like, you see. So the kit also did not come with the little bolts for to mount the actual fog light to the bracket. So luckily I found some random hardware, so I know what type of bolt to get. So I'm gonna go to Home Depot in the morning tomorrow and grab some bolts or some screws. Yeah, some bolts, and you know, so we can be able to mock this up. But yeah, guys, not bad. I feel like this thing sits pretty flush. So yeah, that's it for now. I guess I'm gonna leave this here for now, and then I'll continue this tomorrow. But not bad, guys. Should be done by hopefully tomorrow. Done installing the fog lights, and gotta wire up the harness. That should be easy as well. Alright, guys, check it out. Just got back from Home Depot. I found some bolts. Pretty cheap. It was they were like $1.50 each little pack here. So I bought 2 packs. Not bad. And these screw on just nice. They come with nuts as well, so I don't think we need them, but I guess I'll throw them on there since we have them. There you go. Alright, guys, check it out. So with these bolts, if you're gonna use the same ones I'm using, if you look back here, the bolt itself, it does hold on. Like it'll latch on, it'll bite onto the bracket, because you see how it has that little hook, right, the mounting point right there. So the bolt, it will bite, but you know, it's like barely biting. So I found this random washer. Luckily it's the perfect size, just what I need. So just keep that in mind. If you guys are gonna use the same bolts I use, you might want to get some washers as well. You see, so now that's more than enough to completely, you know, secure that and make sure it doesn't slip off or anything. So as you guys can see, this is how I put the bolts on. I screw the bolts on first this way, and then you'll be able to you know, put the fog light in, and you see how it just barely bites down, and it bites down on the wider end, the bottom end, not the top end. So if it would have been on the top, I'd feel a little bit better because it's thinner, you know, so it's definitely biting on. But here it's biting on like this, and like honestly all it takes is like a good speed bump for it to like pop off. I mean, it's gonna be secured by these over here as well, but you know, I'd rather just have it secured as best as possible so we don't run into any issues in the future. So let's put the one with the washer on, and the bottom one, I don't think that one lines up at all. I'm gonna have to check right now. And you know what, I'm gonna have to put this into the fog light first. So give me 1 second, guys. Alright, so check it out. Got it on there. You're gonna have to finagle with it just a bit. Hold it in place like this with one hand, and then with the other hand, you know, I had to use these to like thread it. You see? Hand thread it all the way. So now I can grab it from this end and just tighten it up all the way. Let's see. There we go. So that washer is definitely holding on, and then we're gonna use that nut that they provided just to like secure it a little bit more. It shouldn't pop off because, you know, this is basically a nut right there, but it's just welded on. But just to, you know, give us more peace of mind, got some pliers here, give it a little bit more. It's sitting nice and flush over here. So let's throw this nut on. And that bottom one, I don't think that one lines up. Let me try to put a screw through there. I mean, if I do the same thing, it might hold up if I find another washer. But even then, it would only be biting like the top half, so I would have to not tighten it all the way. Let's see. Yeah, and even then, it'd be a fucking struggle trying to tighten this one. There's like no way I can get my hand in there. I mean, it's under though. That one fucking bolt is doing an awesome job at holding that up. And we got these top ones here. Let me hold this up with my other hand and screw this top one. And I don't think we need a washer for this one. This should be good. Alright, so pretty weird setup. We had to you know, improvise a little bit, but it looks like it's on there. It's not going anywhere, this fog light. It's as flush as it can possibly be. Got a tiny little gap at the bottom here, but you can see right there. You see, it's a tiny gap, but it should be good. And like I said, the light's not going anywhere. This bolt here, they're all like hand tight. Not hand tight, but you know, I hand tighten them all the way as much as I could. And then I use some pliers just to like kind of grip it at the end and just give it that last twist. But it's honestly not going anywhere. And as for this bottom one, I'll show you guys right now when I install the other one. But put the bolt on first. So before you bolt this one up, you know, that way you can lift the bracket up and then screw the bolt in all the way, and then the little hook, this right here, that will fall down and then it'll hook onto the head of the bolt. So that's gonna be on there. So you can tighten this as much as you want. You see right now I can still kind of twist it, but it's on there. You know, it's not gonna twist off or anything because of that welded nut right there. So nice. Got that side done. Now gonna start cutting this side up. Like I showed you guys before, I've been using that Harbor Freight Dremel, and I've been using this little handsaw that I've had for a while now. I got that at the dollar store. But yeah, just a combination of the two. You know, I'll record this process since I didn't record the other one. I'll record a little bit here of me cutting up, and you guys can see how do I cut it, you know. So you just cut straight down with the Dremel. Then I was cutting it in sections, so once I cut this sliver down, I'll just show you guys. But it's easier to use it with the handsaw because the Dremel does overheat sometimes. It gets pretty hot and then it'll start not cutting as good, so I gotta let it cool down. But just a combination of the two should be good. Alright, check it out. So I've used the Dremel to just cut straight into the plastic here, straight down, straight across. Real easy, guys. Take your time because these blades, well, if you have this exact Dremel, because these blades are pretty delicate, so they'll break. So just let the blade do the work. Let it melt into the plastic and it'll go. So now I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna flip the bumper. I'll just have to do it like this, actually, upside down. I'm gonna cut straight across this way, and then that way we can push this plastic inward to kind of bend it a little bit, and then cut it, and then we'll chip away going back down this way. Look, if anything, I just did that first cut right now going this way, so now I can stick this blade or little handsaw and just cut all the way down. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut saw all the way down up to here, same here on the bottom, and then we'll see, test fit the fog light and see if we need to trim anymore. Alright, as you guys can see, we got a good portion of this out already. Let's see, I need to cut this out. Okay, so now I'm just gonna cut this with the Dremel. I'm just gonna do like the initial lines, just going straight down, and then I'll finish it off with the bend. I'll show you guys. Alright, so I just literally grabbed the Dremel, went down on this, made the line, pushed this outward, bend it like that, and then we could finish it with the Dremel. Get those little slivers out. Okay, so we still definitely gotta trim a lot. Just from already doing the other side, I know I gotta for sure get rid of like all this over here. This side might be good. I might have to trim a little bit more on this end. But just for the sake of you guys seeing, we'll show you. Try to fit this in there. You see, it's almost, we still gotta get clearance right there on the bulb, you see, so we for sure gotta trim this bottom piece, this bottom half, and the top for sure. Look at that. So we definitely gotta push like right at the edge of where the mounting points are for the brackets. So all this, easy though. So basically all I do is that same concept of what I did here, where I bend that plastic outward and then do the little guideline and then just bend it and then try to finish it off with the Dremel. I use the handsaw to, you know, get further down and then bend the plastic and then Dremel it in little sections. But for here, I think I should be good with just using the handsaw and just sectioning that off. So let's get it. All right, so I went ahead and cut straight down with that handsaw, right where that little mold line is at that I told you guys before. Same here, I just cut a little bit down. So now with the Dremel, I'm gonna do those lines and then bend the plastic and cut that off. And I still, even then, I'm still gonna have to maybe trim a little bit up top over here, right to where, like, about where that is. That's how it is on this side. As you guys can see, it's like right where that mounting point is. That's where our brackets go, so we'll see. All right, got those lines in there. Pull it back. And hit it with the Dremel again, just on these edges. You guys seen how I did it before, so. Alright, so we got that section off. Let's try to mock up our fog light once again. Alright, so we're getting there. We still need to, like I said here, you know, make some more clearance up top. So we're definitely gonna have to cut this. And then for the bottom here, as you can see, we might have to cut this off as well. It's like about right there. So not bad, almost there. Definitely set some time aside though. I thought it was gonna be easier, but I mean, it's not hard, but you definitely, you know, for it to fit good, you gotta mock it up, you gotta trim here, trim there. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, I use a handsaw for this here, and then up here as well. Yeah, I've been pretty good at not messing this up with the handsaw. Alright, so this is how much I've cut it off with the handsaw here. So I'm just gonna finish it off. Okay. Test fit our foggy. Nice, I like that's a lot better. Still, actually, you know what? It's almost there. I'm gonna still trim a little bit more on this end right here, so that way this can sit flush. But on this side we're good. As you guys can see on the bottom, like, that gave us the clearance we needed for that little bottom of the bulb, or the assembly, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna have to cut a little bit more. About 1/2 inch. Alright, use the Dremel real quick. Alright, I've got that little section cut off already. Let's try to put this fog light in. Nice, as you guys can see, look at that. Perfect. And now our fog lights, it's nice and flush. I think I may have cut off a little bit too much. Actually, no, it's good. Alright, so now I'm gonna throw the brackets on. They did at least provide us the screws for the brackets, so we got that. So let me throw those on real quick. Okay, got the brackets on. Nice. I think I might have to trim it still a tiny bit more on the bottom side here. Right here. Because I got this side lines up perfectly over here. It's just this side that's kind of a little weird. Let me try to... Alright guys, so same thing here. As you can see, I just screwed on this screw all the way, so I like can screw these on a bit. And this is literally just gonna hook into place, you see? So we could even tighten these all the way. And then luckily I found another washer, exact same size, for this side over here. So let me throw that on real quick. Alright guys, so I got that bolt with the washer in. Unhook this first, you know, so you have that space. I really hope you guys understand. And then same thing, like I told you guys, tighten it with your fingers like this, just to get the thread on there all the way through. Like, I can get it with the ends of my fingers now. Okay, and I should be good to hook this on now. Okay, give me a second. Loosen this up a bit. There we go. Okay, so that's on there. Just gotta tighten these up now. Looks like we are good to go. Once we tighten everything up, it should flushing up. Right on, guys. Gonna take out the grill from this bumper and throw it on the new bumper. Not bad though. Foggy's looking good. We just got some Phillips screw heads on the bottom. Pretty easy. Alright guys, so upon removing the grill, I mean, I did notice it was cracked right here, but the actual little I guess mounting points here on the sides are broken off or on their way out. So I'm just gonna throw it on. I could technically fix this with some JB weld, you know, on the back side, but I mean, this is already cracked, and I'm just gonna get a different aftermarket one, those mesh grill, and just completely do the badge delete. So for now, we're just gonna throw it on there just to have it, and then we'll replace it later. Nice, got the grill on there, got these little bumper tab covers. I'll throw them on there. I'm gonna leave them like that, but oh, actually nope, never mind, they don't fit. Actually, I think we need these pins here. Yeah, okay, so that's what it clips onto. We don't have them here, so let me see if I can pull these out. Alright, check it out. So this is how the harness is set up. We got our fuse here, our relay. Our fuse also is hooked up to the power cord, which I'm gonna hook up right here on this one, and the ground cable that I'm gonna hook up right here. And then over here we have two separate looms. Obviously this one, the longest one with the two connectors, is for the actual fog lights, and then we have the other one here that's for the switch. And over here on the firewall we have this little there's a plug there, it looks like that. So I pull that out, sliced it down the middle, and cut a hole in the middle so we can fit those wires through for our switch. Nice. So we got our wire loom through the nice hole right there. I haven't closed it up with that rubber grommet just yet, so I'm still trying to see how much I'm gonna need to just run it through underneath here. I already popped that plastic off. So I just gotta feed it up there and then hook it up to the switch. And this will pop right in. Alright, so we got our wire up here. It helps if you use like a hanger. You can use a hanger or just a piece of wire. Feed it down there, hook it up, and then just put it straight down. So got a switch now. Nice. Oh, this doesn't fit quite flush actually. I think we're missing a piece there. Or maybe this is not where it's supposed to go. Maybe it goes up here. Who knows? No, yeah, it's definitely supposed to go somewhere here, but yeah, I guess this one is just a little weird. I have to have it hanging like this for now, just in order for it to be functional. And it looks like it's about the size as this, but I'm not sure if this is wired up to anything. Not want to come out. There we go. Oh, so it was wired up to something. So Now that I'm here, you know what? I'm gonna try to move this this switch up there. 1 second. Alright, so even here, guys, it doesn't fit all the way in, so I'm not sure where we're really supposed to put it, but for now, I'm just gonna leave it down here. Alright, check it out, guys. Here's how we got the harness set up. You guys seen this already. Got that rubber grommet on there. Went ahead and disconnected the positive side of the battery just so I could hook everything up. So once I disconnected the battery, went ahead and hooked up my ground cable down here. After that, hooked up the wire for the power. Hooked it up this way, and if you can see, there's some little cutouts for the wire. I just looped it around, and we should be able to throw this plastic cover without damaging any of the wires there. There we go. Well, actually, I'm lying. That shit does squish it. So I guess the next best bet is just to flip it this way. One second. There we go. So I basically just, like that. Did get a good bit right there. I didn't expose the wire, but I just basically looped it like this. So I think we're better off doing that. So that's that. That goes underneath here. Got a relay. Wire that underneath the intake tube. Down here, right by the radiator fan. Comes down from here. Connector. So I'm just gonna zip tie everything up, and we could even, I'm gonna throw the bumper on. Actually, I'm gonna take out these old headlights, throw the new ones on, and then we'll throw the bumper. And then these plastic covers are coming in on Saturday, so change those out when they get here. Alright guys, I got the new headlights in. Got the harness all zip tied up to the bash bar. About to throw the new bumper on. Nice. Everything's zip tied up. This thing, I did have it bolted on at first, but I needed the wire, so I needed to pull it down a bit. So now it's just zip tied to the main harness. But I mean, it's not going anywhere, so it's good. Gotta hook up the battery right now. Hook up the fog lights and then test them out and see if it works. Alright guys, moment of truth. Got everything hooked up. Gonna turn the lights on, or start the car actually, and then see how we're doing. Alright. Not bad, guys. I mean, daytime they don't they really don't look like they do much, but we'll circle back once it's nighttime and see how they perform. But hey, not bad. I always, any extra light you could get on the road to help you see better, I'm all for it. Nice, these things look crispy. Heck yeah. Just making sure we ain't got no hot wires. We shouldn't, but Just from experience on my 95 Civic, one time I was installing some fog lights and the fucking thing caught fire. I don't know what I did, but I think I got it mastered now. So right on, I'm gonna finish throwing this bumper on, and nice. All right, check it out, guys. Not bad, not bad. Did have some minor issues, alignment issues, but overall, guys, not bad for an aftermarket bumper. I don't have the bolts for here, so I'm gonna zip tie it for now, or maybe not, because I don't want to damage the tabs. So excuse me, I'm see if I can find some bolts or something. And then the two bolts that we had underneath here, we have the holes for them here, but they actually don't line up at all. Like, even if you push it all the way, it's like way off. On camera it looks like it's on there, but it's not. It's like, there we go, angled, see? So I gotta push and then pull the bumper towards the passenger side, but even then it's like not. It's too much hassle to, you know, try and get that bolt on there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill, not right now, but, or maybe even right now, I'll see right now. I'm gonna try and drill a little hole here and just stick that bolt through there, I guess. That's my best bet. But we'll see. I'm gonna leave it like that for now until I figure something out. The bumper's on there, it's not coming off, so. Alright guys, so once again I found a random set of matching nuts and bolts, and they were both the exact same size, the washer and everything. So I got the driver's side already tightened up. I mean, yeah, fucking got panel gaps here, but this fender was pretty bent up already, so it is what it is. Still looking a lot better for sure. So my phone's about to die, but I'm gonna just bolt this up and call it a day, to be honest. Just until the Saturday. These fender liners are coming in brand new, so install those and then we're good to go, guys. We do get air for the intake itself through here, so that's one thing for sure that I noticed. That's pretty cool. You know, we are getting some air in there, but I do want to maximize the amount of air that goes there, so I am gonna still try and figure out a little snorkel setup for this car as well. But yeah, let me throw this on real quick. All right guys, we got the bumper in place, everything's been tightened up. Check out the fog lights, not bad. That's pretty good. Let me turn on the headlights real quick. Now the headlights do overpower the fogs, you see. But yeah, not bad. Another thing is the fog light button. It's always on like that. It's always illuminated. And I've tried to mount it onto like a whole bunch of different wires, and same result. The button is just always on. I've looked into it. Some people have had the same issue online, and you know, it's never drained the battery. I've been driving it for like 3 days now, and you know, it hasn't affected it at all, so we should be good. But yeah, not bad, guys. Looking real good. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for that video. It took a little longer than I expected. It would have been longer with the fuel pump if I would have left those videos in there, but you know, too bad we couldn't get that. But it's all good. Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Peace out.